the campaign for release of Kenyatta. In 2002, I myself came up and said, Kibaki tosha. Kibaki is a Kikuyu with whom we had stood together. And I stood up and said, we must support Mr. Kibaki as the candidate. And I'm a Luo. I went and campaigned, and the Luos voted to Kibaki 98.5% to Kibaki.
Of the three, just to be clear, of the three presidents Kenya has had, the Luos have never had a president of Kenya, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you believe that's a deliberate thing that's been done to your tribe?
No, it is relative, because Kenya is only 53 years. So, and Kenya has got 42 different tribes. So it's not only the Luos who have not had the presidency.
Well, Kalenjin has had a president in Daniel Arap Moi, and the Kikuyus. I'm just wondering if you believe that's a deliberate targeting of your tribe.
Kikuyu, Kalenjin, and another Kikuyu, and now they are talking about another Kalenjin. But I'm just saying...
The global audience is hard to keep up, but it's a very good question there. I'm glad you raised the subject. Let's go to, I said I'd go back to the audience there. Gentleman in the middle there.
A quick question. Mr. Odinga, you have been very critical of African presidents who have refused to basically obey the presidential terms. And yet in 2010, you appeared to campaign for Yoweri Museveni. I'm just wondering whether that incident basically compromised your ideal and your message on criticizing African leaders.
It was a double standard campaigning for the Ugandan president.
Exactly.
No, actually, I did not campaign for Yoweri Museveni. I just joined him in the campaign. And
That's a real technical difference. I did not campaign for him, but I joined him on his campaign. Okay.
And I was basically using it to address the Ugandan people, because I don't choose leaders for other African countries, Uganda included. But I have been very strong on the issue of respect for term limits. And I've been also very critical of President Museveni as well.
Okay. Lady there, do you want to wait for the microphone to come to you?
Thank you. Mr. Odinga, do you feel that corruption has impeded efforts by the Kenyan government to fight al-Shabaab and make Kenyans safer? And if so, what would you do differently to tackle corruption in the security sector?
The security sector requires reform so that you can deal with this issue of corruption, to reform the police and make it truly a people's police. The same thing also with the military. We want to first improve the living conditions of the security forces, the remuneration, the housing, and also the character, so that it can be an effective force in fighting terrorism.
Okay, I want to go to this gentleman there in the back. Yes, with the hat, he's been waiting a while, he's waving.
I campaigned for you more than anybody in London here in 2007.
Yes.
And I wrote to you asking you to work with the Kikuyus. You refused to work with the Kikuyus. Now you will be somewhere else. Are you going to work with the Kikuyus?
Did you say, gentlemen, did you say you campaigned for Raila Odinga in 2007?
I campaigned for him. He's my brother-in-law.
Okay.
I campaigned in 2007. But
could be an awkward family reunion later. Are you going to work with the Kikuyus?
But the thing is, I work with so many Kikuyus. One of my legal advisors, Mr. Paul Mwangi, is a Kikuyu. I've got so many Kikuyus working for me. It is that the Kikuyus have not voted for me because basically there is this propaganda that is being spread by ethnic chauvinists to keep them away from me.
Okay, hold on. I need to take the next question. Lady here.
People of my age, when we grew up, Raila was the man. You are our hero. But it looks like that name is going. Do you think it's wise putting the presidential bid aside and becoming an African advisor on leadership and politics? Don't you think there's a Nelson Mandela in you?
I'm not.
Thank you very much, my
To be fair, Nelson Mandela became president first before he passed. Just for the record.
I couldn't do better, yes, answer.
Okay, so once you're president, then you're going to take over. Gentleman there in the third row, yes, I promise. Yes, in the grey suit. Yes, you. Yep.
We are talking here about corruption and insecurity and all other things. But as you and I know, Kenya is becoming more and more stratified as a society along the lines of those